Hey everybody, Batmerk here. Today I'm going to be reviewing Batman Curse of the White Knight, Book 5 by Sean Murphy, colored by Matt Hollingsworth. Just so you don't, just so you know, this is a DC rated book. I'm going to do some spoilers with this. DC label, I'm sorry, Black Label. If you don't know about Curse of the White Knight, it's basically the sequel to last year's like big hit by Sean Gordon Murphy, where basically the Joker if he becomes an alter ego of himself, which is Jack Napier, the same like name that Jack Nicholson used as Joker in the Tim Burton movie. And in here, Joker is like a guy that's obsessed with Gotham City, and he's from like the country. He's from like a farm somewhere, and he wanted to move to Gotham. And he came here and became like a stand-up comedian, and then he was obsessed with Batman, and he pretty much becomes a Joker. I don't want to go too much into it. I definitely recommend you go buy the hardcover edition. It's worth it. And the art's stunning. It's awesome. I think what he's doing with this universe he's got right here, the Murphyverse, I think it's our generation's Dark Knight Returns. He's basically like the Frank Miller of our generation right now. With that being said, he's writing this story. He's illustrating the story, his own Batman verse. And it's something new, something fresh. It's really cool. He's known across the industry as being like, they call him the car guy because he just draws cars really good. But that's not all he draws really good. He draws everything really good, and he uses all the tricks in the all the tools in the toolbox for inking and what have you. He puts a lot of like fingerprints in there. Uses brushes, probably pens, everything you could think of. Nibs, all kinds of good stuff. So yeah, he's got his own like style. Like Batman has his own like costume in this verse. Like all these characters have their own like style and their own like character design. So we get right into it. Basically, Jim Gordon was murdered by Azrael, and what Murphy does here is he brings the 1990s Azrael and Bane story back from Nightfall, and Azrael's a lot different in here. You kind of start to learn about his origin in here. And basically, he's a like ex like Black Ops, Special Forces, and there's also on the side of that, there's also this like whole story going around where there was a great relative to Bruce Wayne. It was the one, I forgot what his name was, but he was one of great Bruce Wayne's great grandfather or something like that, and he basically bought up a lot of the land in Gotham, and he flooded like a river and built all this different types of land and made all these deals with all these different like I think like trade companies. And the land once originally was owned by Azrael's forefathers, and so now Azrael's trying to come over and take over Wayne and take back everything that's his. It's a pretty cool epic story too, and it's very unexpected. That's what I liked about this story too. There was a lot of like twists and turns you didn't really like expect. Like you think what's gonna happen and you don't. But this is like he's diving down there. I think it's Batman checking out all the underwater stuff that was flooded, and that's what I like about this story too. That's it right there. That's the old Edmund Wayne was his name. Yeah, see, he's cutting all these deals, and he got like funding from Britain, to help him like exterminate all the people that didn't want to, listen to him or join up with him. And that was like the Wayne's legacy. And so the Joker is basically the Joker persona of Jack Napier is getting Azrael to go around and basically get rid of Batman. It seems like Batman's using Harley Quinn to like bring out the Jack Napier side of him. The Jack Napier side of him is like a really smart guy. You could learn more about that too if you read the previous arc from last year, The White Knight. So right here you get into some of the Azrael. He's like a Vietnam vet in this one. He wasn't like that in the other one, I don't believe. And yeah, Jean-Paul Valley basically just saying that he was a vet. He was, he disrupted like enemy networks in Russia, Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, the works. He's got a whole team. And just the artwork in here is just stunning. There's this scene right here where basically Azrael's working for this lady a part of the elite to bring down Bruce Wayne, and he's just going around and like she can't really control him right now, so she's like done with it. So I don't. She kind of reminds me of Amanda Waller a little bit, but she's through with their deal with Azrael, so she wants to get rid of Azrael now. So she actually hires Bane to come in and to get rid of him. And there's the Asbat suit. I like that, man. It's like a new redesign. Looks really cool. And so boom, she brings Bane in. And I like what he did with Bane too. Bane's always been like a kind of like a Latino type character, and he really like capitalized on that like kind of like South American look, like with the suit, the way he designs it. It's got like almost like a Day of the Dead type feel to it. Kind of has like a little, I don't know. Yeah, it just looks really cool. And then he kind of brought in the Tom Hardy like collar scheme right there, so you got a little bit of everything like pop culture rolled into one. And yeah, he's just fighting with Bane right there. It's pretty sick. And then Bane's about to break his old ass, and Azrael's got cancer in here. It's crazy. Azrael's not as tall as he was. It seems like in this one, at least some of the pictures, it looks like that. But yeah, just whack. That's it with Bane. I didn't expect Bane. Bane tells him, he's like, the exposed tube is a challenge to my enemies to come close if they dare to cut it. And then Azrael's like, challenge accepted. Hack! Just takes him out, man. That's crazy. I did not expect that to happen. So, if you read the story a little more, you'll see some other things that you probably won't expect to happen. I'm not going to spoil it, but I will say that he does get the Asbat suit in here. That's it right there. He says, "I'm Batman." I love that, man. That's probably my favorite picture by Gordon Murphy so far. I don't want to show the whole picture, but yeah, it's really cool. I love the way the sword looks too, man. It's awesome. Yeah, I love what they're going with this. Yeah, this story, though, this whole universe that he's doing, it just checks all the boxes. It's got like a real like Castlevania feel to it. The way he draws like Gotham City feels kind of like Castlevania. The whole like backstory he's doing with Edmund Wayne, and there's like this vampire in there too. It kind of just feels like Castlevania. And if you follow him on social media, Sean Murphy, on his Instagram, he has like these chapters for each book, and it kind of feels like it's like a nod to Castlevania. They're like these little 8-bit trailers. It looks like a cutscene from a Super Nintendo game. But yeah, check out this book. The ending is even crazier. I don't want to spoil it too much, and I don't want to get hit by the copyrighted tiers. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give this one right here 2 solids horns up. As always, folks, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe. We got daily content here on Metal, Movies, and Brewskis. Have a good day, folks.